Hello there, welcome everybody. It's Diorama Don here, and as it's quite a large diorama this time, I'm having to hand hold the camera, so excuse the shakiness of the picture. I had the idea of all the buildings that I'd made previously, of using those in one diorama. So everything that you see here, all the buildings I've made in a previous video. So if there's anything at all that you're interested in, then please look at my previous videos and you will see how I made them, including the tank. I made a video on how to make the tiger tank and also the tram. So if you want to know how to make a tram, please look it up. The buildings, and looking down the other end, the street lamps, the telegraph pole. In fact, everything that you see I've made in previous videos. I've just combined them all together to make one very big diorama. Okay, so I'll take you on a trip down the street as best I can. I really need a selfie stick to do this. This is not working out very well. Oh dear, I can't really get any closer than that, but I think you get the general gist of the whole thing. There we go. So that's the view from this end of the street, down there. The banners also, I made a video on the banners. So basically that's the premise of the diorama. The rest of the video is just an idea of how I went about making it, setting the tram lines into the cobbled street and the bomb crater at the end there. And yeah, okay, we'll get into the video then and we'll see how I went about making it. Okay, so let's make a start then. I've cut the shape of the street that I want. It's probably the biggest diorama I've made to date, so I don't know whether you can see it all. I'm doing the best I can. So this is basically the street, and there'll be buildings this side and buildings the other side, buildings that I've made in the past, and also I want a tram travelling down the middle of the street down there. This is going to be the road there. So for a tram, I'm going to need track. I've used this track before. It's a plastic track. It's not 00 gauge or HO gauge. It's bigger than that, although it's not as big as 1/35 scale, which is what the buildings will be made of. But as long as you don't tell anybody, then I won't. So the scale is going to be whatever size this is. It was just a cheap kit from China that I bought. And then I made this tram some time ago, and I used the bogies and the wagon of that came with the train set, if you know what I mean. So I just took the wagon off the top and used the bogies because I know that's going to fit along the track there. So again, I made the tram some time ago. If you're interested, there is a video on how I made it. So my problem now is the track has to be level with the road, and there will be paths either side. So I'm going to have to either build the sides of the track up or lower the track down. So I've decided to lower the track down, and I shall put this in this in there. Okay, there we go. It's slightly thinner polystyrene than I've made the main thing in. So we've got this 1 inch, and then this is 3/4 inch. But when I put my rail in there, it's still not the right height. So with this piece also in there, and that in there, and then my paths either side, oh dear, they will go there, and the same this side, bear with me, like that. Okay, something like that. Then this is going to be the right height. So it's going to be set into a cobbled street. So with that in place and these paths either side, then I'm level then to make my cobbled street. And all I've got to do is frame the whole thing with these strips, which is just an 1/8 of an inch bit wider than the width of the polystyrene. I hope you're getting all this. So it will enable me to shutter the whole area so that I can lay my tile grout, which will make my cobbled street. Could it be more complicated? I doubt it. So anyway, I'll stick all these bits and pieces together and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So I'll be back in just a moment. So I've got my train track now set into the road, and it is the right height now, where the top of the rail is the same height as these pieces of card either side. So now if I lay my tile grout right across here, it's going to cover all of the train track, and all that will be left is just the top of the track, which is what you would see on a tram track. And then all I need to do is just run a finger and thumb along the top there, and it will give me the impression of rail tracks set into a cobbled road. Okay, when that's done, I just put another piece of card on the top, and that will give me my step up to the pavement, and the same this side. Okay, I think that's clear now. This is a corner, by the way. I've made a bomb crater, the broken tram track with a crater underneath. Because it's only a plastic track, I was able to just cut it back and then put the prongs, if you like, over the gas fire, and then ease the rails up to make it look as though they've been bombed. So yeah, and then just hacked away at the polystyrene to give the impression of a bomb crater there, right down to the cardboard at the bottom. So all I need to do now is fill all this area here, and because I've got like a shuttering all the way across here and down here, and the sides as well, I can pour my grey tile grout in there and then mark out my cobblestones. So I'll go ahead and do that. Very long and tedious, boring process, but I'll be back when I've done that. Okay, so we've got a cobbled street now, and we've got the cobbles in between the tram lines, and they're the right height, and everything is looking good. I put the pavements on. I've only put the paving slabs where you're going to see them. Hardly any point in doing any more than that. So the buildings will come along that line. So what I need to do now is choose what buildings I'm going to put on this side of the road. So that will go there. That will go there, and then this bit will go on the end, like that. Okay, so I'll fix those, if I don't knock it. I'll fix those in position, and then put all the necessary rubble between these two collapsed buildings, and rubble here and all around the bomb crater. So I'll finish this side, then I can, it's going to be easier to do that, and then do the same this side. But I'll do this side first anyway, and stick these on, and I'll be back in a moment and show you the progress. So I went ahead and finished the project anyway. It was quite straightforward. Once I'd got the cobbled street and the tram lines, then it was quite self-explanatory really, just to put the buildings in and put the rubble between the collapsed building in the middle there, and then the other two buildings this side with more rubble, and then fit all the extras, the tank and the soldiers and what have you. So anyway, you've seen all this at the beginning of the video, so I'll leave it with you. Looking from the other end of the street. Thank you for watching this video. It's been something a little different for me, for making something as substantial as this. I normally just do one building at a time, but this is like a complete street scene. But thank you anyway, and please subscribe to the channel. Please click the thumbs up. Please click the notification bell. You'll be informed when new videos come along. And also, if you're inclined, there's the super thanks button. So thanks for watching anyway, and I'll see you in the next video. And in the meantime, I wish you the very best of happy modelling.